Hey everyone, Shannon here from houseimprovements.com, and in this video I want to show you how to install stairwell handrail. So we've got a stairwell here and we are going to put handrail along two sides. We've actually got 3 videos for this particular job. We've got one showing how to install these posts. We're going to have one showing putting in the handrails and the sole plate on the floor, and another one showing putting in the iron balusters. So stay tuned and let's have a look. Okay, so if you refer back to my other video where I show how to install the new posts, in that video I talk about how to determine where you want to put your poles and this railing and everything. So just refer back to that. That's kind of your starting point anyways for this process. And from here on we're going to be dealing solely with putting in the actual handrail and the bottom sole plate that goes on the floor. Okay, so I've loosened my posts off because I kind of need them to be a little bit movable while I do this. I'm going to install this section here first, this small piece. You might have noticed in these 2 poles I've already got studs in there to connect the handrail, but this is the stud. I've got to put one more in here. So it has a coarse threaded end here that fastens into the post. And then there's a machine screw thread here for a nut that goes on. So this is going to be in the post, and the handrail will slip over the end, and then there's this piece here that fits over with the nut, and you tighten it all up, and that's the connection for the handrail to the posts. And then to cover up the holes, which I'll show you after, there's a plug, wooden plug to match. So anyways, I don't have this one stud in here, but they're pretty simple. Just use a pair of vice grips and clamp onto the fine threaded part closer to where the 2 threads change. You don't want to clamp on too far out here because that's where your nut's got to go on, and if you mess up those threads then it's not going to work very well. So I pre-drilled the hole here. It depends on which size of this you have for your hole, so I won't even talk about the size of the hole, I guess. Pre-drill according to what you have. And it takes a little bit to kind of get it just started in there. It's easier if I laid it on a table, but once it starts it'll grab and just thread in. So you want to thread it right in until those coarse threads disappear. Try not to scratch your post. Swinging the vice grips by. Okay, so that's going to be pretty good. Okay. I've got this post loose just because I'm going to need that way to get things kind of assembled here. Now, so we've got our 2 full posts over here. And over here on the wall we're going to have a half newel. So it's generally you're going to use one that's half as thick. And in our case we've got no wood or anything up in the upper area to attach to, so I'm going to use a butterfly bolt, hollow wall anchor type thing. So I've got that all kind of pre-drilled in here. So that's this hole. I'm going to put a wood plug in there afterwards. Down at the bottom, down here, I will be able to get a wood screw through the post and into the bottom plate of the wall, and it'll be hidden by the sole plate, which is a wood base that's going to sit out here between the posts. So I've pre-drilled a hole there and countersunk it. So that's all ready. This hole here is going to be where I put a screw through the back side. It's going to come through and into the end of the handrail. Instead of using one of those type of bolts, I can simply use a screw for this. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So I'm going to attach the handrail. All this stuff I've already pre-marked it out, cut it, drilled all the holes and stuff, because your situation is going to be different than mine, so giving you measurements that I'm using probably isn't going to mean anything to your project. But basically what I did is I figured out the height of my balusters that are going to go in here, total height, marked that on this post and drilled that hole according to where it will be in here. In this case I'm going to be up 7/8 of an inch from the bottom of the handrail to the center of my hole. So you just got to figure all your situation out for what you want to do. But the first thing I want to do is basically put these two pieces together. So I'll get this a little awkward by myself here, but we'll get this screw started in and poking out so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got the point of the screw sticking through there, so that I can line it up with the hole I've already drilled here. And that hole is just to keep you from splitting the handrail. Just relieve some of the pressure instead of driving that screw right in there. Come on, where are you? I need a little bit more sticking out. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't countersink the back side of this so that this head of the screw will be flush. I need this to go flat to the drywall, so I need to do that. Do that quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just drilled a hole there on the back side so that this head of this screw will sink in and not be protruding through. It doesn't have to look pretty because nobody's going to see this after. See if we can manage this now. Okay, so we've got that attached now. You can see that I've centered the handrail in the width of the post. Generally your newel posts are going to be wider than the handrail. So centered it up. And like I said, I've got this butterfly bolt on the back side that I've got to put through this larger hole here, and I'll be able to drive a wood screw in the bottom. Now the reason I've got this loose is so that once I have this over there all on the wall, I'm hoping I can tilt this big post out far enough to get the bolt into this hole that I machined in the end of the rail. So there's going to be that bolt going in that hole. And then if I can show you here, I've drilled this larger 1-inch hole at the bottom. The bolt will go in here. I'll be able to see the threads there, get the nut started on and tighten it up, and that's what is going to connect this to that pole. Okay, and again, I'm not talking about any of the measurements because depending on which fasteners you get, it's all going to be different likely than what I have anyways. Now I've got marks on the floor so I know where the front side of this post is going to be. It's going to be on this red chalk line. I don't know if you can make that out. And height wise, my butterfly should line up with that hole, and it does, so I think that's all good. And I want to put just a little bit of adhesive on the back of this to help hold it as well. It'll just stick it right onto the drywall. If you had wood in there, it would be a little simpler. We could just use wood screws and screw it to the wall, but I don't need much. Just a little bit of extra something to grab there. I just want to make sure I don't smear it all over the wall here. So with any butterfly, I've got to collapse it and start it into the hole. Oops. Are you able to see? Okay, and the butterfly will open up inside there. Now while I'm at it, I'm just going to get this kind of in there to help hold things up for me. So, we're partway there. So like I said, I've got this mark down on the floor. I know that's where the bottom of my bottom face of this half newel is going to be. So I can probably just put this screw in. And then I'll plumb the pole up and tighten that butterfly. Okay, so that's one. Okay, once that adhesive grabs a hold of there, it'll help hold everything tight there too. Okay, and we've got this end, we've got it onto the bolt. And what happens over here is I've got to get all this stuff up in that hole. And onto the end of the bolt. We're going to try to get you a little better look. It's kind of awkward to show this, but you can see the hole, you can see the stud up there sticking through. And now I've got to try to get this nut on the end there. Somehow, it's very awkward. I got it started. I'll try to spin it with my finger a little bit to get it on there more. There we go. Okay, so I've got it started on there, and now I can tighten it up a little bit. Okay, that drawed that nice and tight. Now the one thing I didn't do was see if the handrail was sitting square here. Actually, it's pretty good there. I got lucky, but I should have just double checked that that was sitting straight and wasn't twisted. Otherwise, I just have to loosen that off and twist it straight again. Okay, so we've got that piece of handrail on. Now, actually, I think I was going to put the shoe piece on, but I think actually I might as well just continue with the handrail here, and I should be able to slip those shoes in there after the fact. So let's probably get the camera in a little different angle and continue with the handrail on this side. Okay, so we got that short little piece of handrail done. Now I think I should be able to pop this piece on and get it tightened up if I can get it started by myself. And again, this one's all machined on the bottom and the ends like the other one was there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get these bolts in and get that tightened up. Okay, one of the final things I'm going to show you today then is to put on this shoe molding or base molding, and I've already got it cut to fit, obviously. So I've got it notched around any posts, and there's a small miter back behind this post. You probably can't see, it's right there. So I made this. You can buy different ones, but I made this to work for this application. And I've got it set up so it'll be flush to the front of all the posts on the outside, and it hangs off on the inside in the opening just a little bit, so that I can add a molding later underneath it to cover the edge of the tattered up drywall. So I've kind of got these posts still loose so that I can manipulate them a little bit until I'm happy with how all this is going to fit. So we'll put that in there. Again, depending on your situation or how you're doing yours, this may not be identical, obviously. So, but yeah, so I've got things nice and flush out here, out there, at the other ends, and then obviously down here at the end as well. So I'm pretty happy with that fit. I'm just going to use a few brad nails to hold that in place. And once I go to do my balusters, I'll drive the odd screw in right underneath the baluster to, permanently secure it. And my air pressure must not be air pressure or my gun. My gun's deep. I'm not too sure. Got lots of air pressure, so. That one sunk. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the miter joint here. Just some wood glue. Okay. Now, one of the last things I'm going to just show you is all those larger holes that we used for the different fastening devices that we had. We're going to put a wood plug in, as I mentioned before. So I'm going to put this one in here, and just put a little bit of glue on it. And when you put plugs like this in, you want to kind of look at the grain. This one you can't really tell, but sometimes on the bigger ones you can see the grain. Whoops! So you want to orientate it same as what's on the wood that you're putting it into. Just put it in there. Wipe off the excess. Sometimes they'll sit out and protrude just a little bit, and if it does, just sand it after. This one's going to just sit in there nice. So you'd go along, you'd put ones in up there and in the posts where those bigger holes are. Just glue them all in and they'll be fine. So that's the basics. The basics here of the wooden part of this railing. Look for my next video, and we're going to install these baluster, this style of baluster inside here, and we'll show you how to do that. But for right now, that's this video. I'm glad that you watched, and I hope that you clicked the thumbs up button, subscribed if you aren't a subscriber to our channel, and also we're going to have links in the description for things like our Facebook page, our Patreon, PayPal, those sorts of things. And yeah, we'll also, as these other videos come available, we'll put links to them as well, because there'll be the one for the posts and the one that you just watched, and then one to install the balusters. Thanks a lot for watching.